Hello, this is Rob here from robcubbon.com. Let's further improve this image because actually there are a couple of places where you can notice something a little bit dodgy going on, and that's on my shoulder where I came in and a little bit on my face. So I'm going to Command Z that, and I'm going to click on the image with the lasso tool, which gets rid of that selection that we couldn't see. And I'm going to do it again. But because that didn't really work with the selection and we've needed to try again, then I'm not going to do it with the lasso tool again now. I'm going to do it with a layer mask. So I'm going to click on that, and then I get the white layer mask thumbnail. So I know I'm operating on a layer mask. But same again, I'm going to do it with the lasso tool for starters. And try and go a little bit more outside the figures this time. Holding down Option now, I've made a little bit of a mistake there, but the good news is I can go back and change it. And there we've got the selection. Now we want to transfer this selection made with the lasso tool onto the layer mask. And the way we do that is, it's white at the moment, we want to make it black. So let's just edit fill black. Now you can see the image hasn't changed, but we have a layer mask. And that means that the black part of the image is now obscured. So I don't need the selection anymore. That's not needed. We don't need to see those marching ants, not because they are hurting our eyes, but because in fact that's duplicated now on the layer mask. So I'm going to click off, we don't need them. But if I turn the background layer off, you'll see what's really happened. Now you can see how the layer mask has masked out or made a certain part of that layer disappear. So now let's put the background layer back on. Now we can just brighten up the top layer, and that will just be brightening up the background. So I'll go Command M and do the same increase in lightness to the background. Great, we can see the background. Now the foreground. I actually did a better job this time with the lasso tool. So nothing terribly strange is going on in the foreground. To modify the layer mask, we use the brush tool. You can use several other tools, but the brush tool is best. And we want to get a brush, again, with a 0 hardness. And let's make it a little bit smaller. And we use the square brackets to do that. So we'll make it a bit smaller there. And just to show what I mean, let's pretend I don't want this head to be deselected as it is on this layer. So at the moment this head is invisible. It's shining through from the bottom. So in order to make it visible, I need to paint white on the layer blend mask with the brush. And the foreground color is white at the moment. So let's just paint out this head. So as you can see, by doing that, the head has gone white. So this is because if I just disable the layer bed mask now, you'll see how the whole layer looks like without the selection missing out of it. I'll just enable it again. And now, in order to put that face back on the head, we switch foreground and background colors, or X, and paint the head in black. So what we are doing now is taking the head out of the top layer, masking it from the top layer so it shines through from the bottom layer, and you get the normal head there. And the background is now coming from layer 1, which is the Natural History Museum with the foreground masked out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're confused at all, you can get the PSD as one of the downloadable materials to this lecture. Thank you very much for listening. This has been Rob from robcubbon.com. Goodbye.